The Great Trivia Quest, Pilot 1, VTR 7/28/2018, Upload 8/4/2018. Tonight, you are cordially invited to a quest. Tonight, software tester Melissa Eaton, fundraiser Sean Zippie, and accountant Derek Work will all test their trivia savvy tonight on The Great Trivia Quest.
And here's our Trivia Quest host, Michael T. Mondak.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, friends. Welcome, one and all. I am delighted that you have accepted our invitation to be our guest at the Great Trivia Quest. This is a brand new game where we not only test the trivia savvy of our players here in the studio, but we will also be testing the trivia savvy of you folks at home tuning in on MHB Network on YouTube. We're going to play 3 rounds with these 3 Spark contestants, and one of them is going to become our Trivia Quest champion. And we welcome Melissa, Sean, and Derek to our game. Good luck to all 3 of you. Let's play some Great Trivia Quest. Alright, before we begin, I want to explain the rules. Here's how we play. I'm going to show you 6 categories, each one containing 6 questions worth between 25 and 100 points. And the 6 categories we will be dealing with for this first quest are toys and games, languages, the 1990s, newspapers and magazines, European geography, and who am I? Now, before the show, read your numbers to see who would select our first category, and Derek won the draw. You will select a category, and then we will play the 6 questions in order of their difficulty. Each question contains a series of 4 possible answers, of which one is correct. If you think you know the answer, you hit your call bell. After I call you your name, you will then have 5 seconds to give your answer. If it's correct, your team scores. You score the points for that question. If not, the other players will have the opportunity to steal the points. And the player that correctly answers the highest value question in a category will have the honors of selecting the next category. We will play the round until either all 36 questions have been played or until we hear these chirps. That will mean that the round is over. Alright? Ready? Derek, you, as I mentioned earlier, you won the draw. Please select our first category and we'll get started.
Alright, let's see what's in toys and games, Michael.
Okay. Here we go. First question for 25 points. $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, or $2,500. How much money does each player begin with in a game of Monopoly? Derek.
2,000.
Nope. Sean.
What is 1,500?
1,500 is correct, and no need to respond in the form of a question. Ashton, you're right.
Another game.
You are correct.
Good job.
Next one for 25. Tinker Toys, Lincoln Logs, Slinky, or the CNC. Which of these toys was not invented before World War II? Melissa.
CNC.
That is correct. In fact, you're on the board with 25 points.
On the board.
Now here's our next one. We're fit for 50. Tiddlywinks, checkers, bingo, or poker. In a 1992 song, what game's chips were flying like stray artillery shells? Sean.
Poker.
That was not, no. Melissa or Derek? Bingo. Bingo Riot was the song.
Bingo Riot.
Right, 50 points now.
Okay.
Alpha Bugs, Candy Crush, Angry Birds, or Words with Friends. Which of these games is not a popular smartphone app? Derek, you're in first.
Alpha Bugs.
That is right for 50.
50.
Take you to 75.
Moving into the lead.
For 75 points, Charles Darrow, Alfred Mosher Butts, Chris Haney, or Reuben Klamer. Who invented Scrabble? Anybody? Time's up. Alfred Mosher Butts,
Okay.
1948. For 100 points, 13 Dead End Drive, Clue, Jumanji, or Sorry. What board game was the focus of a 1996 Robin Williams movie? Derek, you're in first.
Jumanji.
That's it for 100. A nice one.
When you take a break, I have a story about the big one.
You're up to 100 and you're up to 175. And you get to select the next category.
Let's go to European geography.
European geography. It is. As these questions are all about places in Europe. For 25 points. Belfast, Dublin, London, or Glasgow. What is the capital of Ireland and is also a suburb of Columbus, Ohio? Sean, you're in first.
Dublin.
Dublin's right, you're on the board. For 25, Paris, Nice, Chardonnay, or Cannes. What French city is home to an annual film festival? Melissa.
Con.
Cannes is right for 25. Nice one. Takes you to 50.
going to say Canes.
For 50, Iceland, Norway, Finland, or Sweden. Which of these countries is not a Scandinavian country? Derek?
Is it Iceland?
That's it for another 50. 50 takes you to 225. Black Forest, Audubon, Kremlin, or Rhine River. Which of these places is not located in Germany? Melissa, you're in first.
Kremlin.
Correct, that's in Russia. So you double, you now have 100. For 75, Prague, Baghdad, Bratislava, or Warsaw. Which of these is not a European capital? Melissa, you're in first.
Baghdad.
That's right, it's the capital of Iraq.
We were all ready to go, and I was like, "Ooh."
For 100 points, Prague, Kladno, Ostrava, or Brno. In which Czech city was famous hockey player Jaromír Jágr born on February 15th, 1972? Sean, you're in first.
Prague.
Ah. Anyone else?
I'd just be guessing. Do we lose points?
Nope.
Okay.
Melissa?
Ostrava.
Nope. Derek?
See?
Derek?
Brno.
No. All right, Melissa.
Okay.
You gave us the last correct answer.
The last correct answer.
You get to select the next category.
Let's go with the 1990s.
That's why you don't gamble.
We're dealing with the decade that was all that and a bag of chips.
Okay.
For 25, Sandra Day O'Connor, Clarence Thomas, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or William Rehnquist. What Supreme Court justice faced allegations of sexual harassment from Anita Hill following his appointment to the court in 1991? Melissa?
Clarence Thomas.
He's the one. One puts you within 25 of the lead.
I was on a plane with him one time. I thought about kicking him.
For 25, Mario Lemieux, Jaromír Jágr, Larry Murphy, or Tom Barraza, who won the Conn Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player of the Stanley Cup playoffs in 1991 and 1992? Derek, you're in first.
Mario Lemieux.
Yep. He was the first to win 2 in a row since Bernie Perrant in the 70s. For 50, $35,000, $40,000, $45,000, or $50,000. About how much did it cost for a 1997 Chevrolet Corvette? Sean, you're in first.
$45,000.
Melissa.
35,000.
Derek.
40,000.
Yes! Yes!
Yes. Derek.
Points for
Yes.
you, Derek.
You just had to wait.
Hey, can we ring in earlier, like while you're reading the question?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Here's the next one for 50. Bowl Coalition, Bowl Alliance, Bowl Championship Series, or College Football Playoff. Which of these was created in... Sean, you're in first.
Bowl Championship Series.
That's it. In response to a controversial finish to the 1994 season, Bowl Championship Series is correct for 50. Now for 75. Fox News Channel, The Learning Channel, Food Network, or Game Show Network. Which of these cable networks was launched on December 1st, 1994 at 7 p.m. with a rerun of Melissa?
Game Show Network.
Right you are for 75.
That was a game question.
Now for 100. Cats, Phantom of the Opera, 42nd Street, or Brigadoon. In 1999, it was announced that which long-running Broadway musical would finally close in 2000? Sean.
Cats.
Yes! For 100! Yes! And Sean, you have the honors of selecting our next category as you gave the highest correct answer to the highest value question.
Let's go to Who Am I?
Who am I? It is. For 25, Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, or Nietzsche. Which of these is the name of an ancient philosopher, and it's also the last name of a former star of the TV series Different Strokes? Melissa.
What is Plato? Or Plato?
Plato. Dana Plato was the ancient philosopher.
What is
Dana Plato was the star of Different Strokes. No need to respond in question
I
for
understand.
Melissa.
Thank you.
For 25, summers, autumns, winters, or springs. Which of these is the last name of the man best known as the host of the Nickelodeon game show Double Dare? Sean.
Summers.
Mark Summers, yes. He takes you to 200. Right now we have a tie between Melissa and Derek at 300. Sean right in it at 200. For 50, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, or Eagle. Which of these makes of automobiles is also a character in the classic series of Popeye cartoons? Melissa?
Jeep.
That's it, and you take the lead with that correct answer.
I've seen my share of Popeye cartoons.
Okay.
Here's also for 50. Sofia Vergara, Wayne Gretzky, Nikola Tesla, or Cindy Sheehan. Which of these people does not share my July 10th birthday? Sean.
Wayne Gretzky.
That is right. His birthday is January 26th. That gives you another 50.
That would be way too coincidental. Wayne Gretzky was born on the same day as
Randy Jackson, Paula Abdul, Simon Cowell, or Jennifer... Sean?
That's actually Derek.
There.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer
Yeah, Derek got
Lopez
it right.
was right. Right after all. So, Derek, you get the 75 points.
He says, I know my American Idol.
Don't deny me the one I know.
For 100, this is a toughie. Dennis Farina, George Zunza, Paul Sorvino, or Jerry Orbach. Who portrayed the original senior detective on Law & Order? Melissa?
Jerry Orbach.
No.
Really?
Sean?
Paul Sorvino.
Nope. Derek?
Dennis Farina.
George Zunza.
Okay.
Hey, Derek, select. 2 categories left.
Languages.
Well, that was a good pick because that's the double down quest.
Double down.
And as I explained, and this is the most difficult category on this first quest board in the opinion of our producer. Because of it, the point values in this category are doubled. First for 50 points. Spanish, Portuguese.
Portuguese.
The question would have been, what is the official language of Brazil? Portuguese is right. Here's for another one for 50. Swahili, Arabic, German, or French. What is the official language of Kenya? Sean.
Swahili.
That's right for another 50, and you tie Melissa for second place. For 100. Navajo, Quechua, Washoe, and Natchez. Which of these indigenous languages is native to the states of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Oklahoma? Nobody?
Navajo.
Sorry, Sean. Melissa.
Natchez?
That's right for 100, and you take the lead right back.
You almost got another 50.
For 100. Asia, Australia, North America, or Africa? In what continent's extreme northern regions would you expect to hear the Eskimo language? Melissa?
North America.
Right you are for another 100. Now for 150. Italy, Greece, France, or Switzerland. What country's version of The Price is Right is called Ok il prezzo è giusto? Melissa.
Italy.
In its native language, Italy is right. Right for 150. Takes you to 700. Now for 200. France, Denmark, Estonia, or Germany. What country's version of What's My Line is called Was bin ich in its native language? Melissa?
Germany.
Another 200 points coming your way. You're up to 900. One category left. Newspapers and magazines.
You guys don't know your language.
That's what we're dealing with for this last category of the first round. Here for 25. The New York Times, the New York Post, the New York Newsday, or the New York Herald. On Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray Barone is a sports writer for which New York City newspaper? Anybody? Time's up. New York Newsday. For 25. The Wall Street Journal, USA Today, Los Angeles Times, or the Chicago Sun-Times. Which of these newspapers has the USA's largest circulation as of 2018? Melissa.
USA Today.
Sean.
The Wall Street Journal.
You got it for 25. That puts you in a tie for second with Derek. For 50. Martha Stewart Living, O Magazine, HGTV, or Highlights. Which of these magazines is geared toward elementary school children? Sean, you're in first.
Highlights?
That's it for 50. Puts you in sole possession of second. For 50. Lucille Ball, Vivian Vance, Desi Arnaz Sr., or Desi Arnaz Jr. Which of these stars graced the inaugural cover of TV Guide in 1953? Melissa?
Lucille Ball.
Sorry, incorrect. Sean or Derek? Sean.
Vivian Vance.
Sorry, that's not it either.
Was it Desi Arnaz Jr.?
You are correct,
You are
Derek,
correct,
for 50.
Derek.
Desi
Excellent.
Arnaz.
Tied
Desi
Sean
Arnaz.
for second. For 75.
Desi Arnaz.
Time, Newsweek, Life, or National Geographic. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh was named the first person of the year by what news magazine? Derek, you're in first. Right you are, and you break the tie for second. Last question of the round. Newspaper, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Pittsburgh Press, Pittsburgh Sun-Telegraph, or Pittsburgh Tribune Review. Which of these newspapers was founded first? Melissa.
Tribune Review.
That's the most recent. Derek.
Post-Gazette.
That is correct for 100. And with that, we have reached the end of our first quest. Our scores, Melissa 900, Derek 600, Sean 425. And we'll be back to talk with our players and then play our second quest. After this, don't go away. Welcome back to the Great Trivia Quest. Before we begin our second quest, let's spend a few moments in conversation with our contestants. Derek, congratulations are in order. You recently graduated from Grove City College.
Yeah, feels great. Finally out into the working world.
Yeah, what was your degree in?
I have degrees in accounting and marketing management.
Ah, nice. And your hope to do with that? With what? With that?
I've begun my career. I'm working in cost accounting for Elwood Crankshaft. It's an industrial manufacturing company. It's been a good start.
Ah, congratulations.
Thank you.
70 here. Sean, happy birthday.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
And,
It's good to be here on my birthday.
And you've been doing some fundraising for World's Finest.
Yep, I represent two companies now, World's Finest Chocolate out of Chicago, and then Green Bee Fundraising, a local company out of Sharon, Pennsylvania.
Ah, interesting.
Yep.
And Melissa, you're about to start a brand new position this soon.
I am. I'm going to be a software test analyst for Black Knight Financial Services.
Aha. All right. Okay, let's get started with our second quest. After our run round, these are the scores. We have Melissa leading with 900, Derek with 600, Sean with 425. It's now time for our second quest. We'll play this quest the same way we did last quest, but we double the point values, and we deal with these 6 categories. the 20th century, state counties, classic game shows, file under T. Every correct answer begins with T. Science and technology, and lastly, food and drink. And Sean was in last place going in. You get to select the first category of this second quest.
What an honor. Let's go food and drink.
Food and drink it is. Here we go. 450. Clams, squid, shrimp, or scallops. What will you be? Derek, you're in first.
Squid.
What will you be served if you order calamari in an Italian restaurant? Squid is correct. In fact, I love it. For another one for 50. Pepsi, 7-Up, Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola. Which of these soft drinks was founded in 1892 as Brad's drink? Derek, you're in first.
Dr. Pepper.
Right. Melissa?
Coca-Cola.
Sean?
Oh boy.
What is Pepsi?
No need to respond in question form, but you have 50 more points. Takes you to 475. For 100. Orange juice, cranberry juice, water, or apple cider. Which of these drinks is the branch in Bourbon and Branch? Melissa?
Apple cider?
Sean?
Cranberry juice.
Not it either.
Is it
Here?
orange juice?
No. Water.
Goodness.
Water.
Oh, water. Where's
For-
the fun in water?
For 100.
Bourbon and
Orange, lemon, pineapple, or kiwi. What is the favorite fruit of the Sesame Street character Elmo? Sean.
Orange.
Melissa or Derek? Right? Time's up. It's the kiwi.
Kiwi.
Oh.
Elmo loved kiwi.
Yeah. For 150. Ben and Jerry's, Haagen-Dazs, Edie's, or Breyers. Which ice cream company began in 1975 when its founders took a $5 version of the ice cream short course at Penn State? Sean.
Ben and Jerry's.
That is correct for 150, and you close the gap on second. For 200, White House, Maricopa, Peachy Paterno, or coffee. Which of these ice cream flavors is vanilla ice cream with butterscotch ribbons? Derek?
Maricopa.
You got it for 200 big points. You're within 50 points of Melissa, and you select the next category.
Science and technology.
Science and technology it is. 450. Deep Blue, Watson, AS400. Sean.
No, that was me.
Melissa.
Watson.
Which IBM supercomputer defeated Ken Jennings and Brad Rutter in a 2-game match on Jeopardy in February 2011? Watson is right. For 50. Here's another one for 50. Helium, oxygen, nitrogen, or neon. Which of these gases is the lightest? Melissa?
Helium.
That's right, and you're up. You have another 50. You're up to
That's his favorite
1,000
question.
points. For 100, orbital resonance, aerostatic elastic flutter, damping, or mechanical resonance. Which of these was the cause of the collapse of the original Tacoma Narrows Bridge on November 7th, 1940? Derek.
Aeroelastic flutter.
Wow, how'd you get that? You're right for 100.
That was it. I was right there.
Here's another one for 100. Bacteriology, mycology, phycology, or nematology. Which branch of microbiology is the study of algae? Melissa?
Phycology.
Wow, that's right! For 100, Melissa. It takes you to 1,100. For 150. EDVAC, ABC, EDZAC, or ENIAC. What Turing-complete computer was dedicated at the University of Pennsylvania on February 15th, 1946 at a cost of about $487,000. Sean.
ENIAC.
That is right for 150.
Wow.
And
Very good. How'd you know that?
And you're now at
I
775.
always talked about ENIAC in the 8th grade.
Last one in this category for 200. Works, Windows, Bob, or Outlook. Which of these Microsoft software programs was introduced first? Derek, you're in first.
Windows.
That is it for 200.
Whoa.
And you just took the lead away from Melissa.
No. Damn it.
And if you get to select another category, Derek.
Let's go to the 20th century.
All right, 20th century it is. Dealing with some very recent history here. For 50, 1939, 1940, or 1941, or 1942. What year did the United States, Melissa?
1941.
And the United States entered World War II. That is correct. And you tied Derek. Here's another one for 50. West Virginia v. Burnett. Derek, you're in first.
Brown versus Board of Education.
What landmark Supreme Court case ruled segregation in public schools unconstitutional? Brown v. Board of Education is right, and you took the lead right back. For 100, Ernesto Miranda, Clarence Earl Gideon, O.Z. Powell, or Charlie Anders, whose 1967 conviction... Melissa.
Ernesto Miranda.
Whose 1967 conviction in Arizona was overturned by the Supreme Court due to police irregularities? Ernesto Miranda is right, and you're back in the lead.
Yes, it's neck and neck.
I love this. Neck and neck. For 100. Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City, or Omaha. What Midwestern U.S. Melissa.
No.
Sean.
Chicago.
St. Louis, Kansas City, or Oklahoma. What Midwestern U.S. city hosted the 1904 Olympic Games? Anyway. Time's up. St. Louis, Missouri. For 150. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, or 7 seconds. How long on average was a baby born in the United States between 1947 and 1965?
Every 4 seconds. Oh, okay. That's a baby boom, I thought.
Derek.
5 seconds.
That's no good. Sean?
7 seconds.
That's it for every 7 seconds. That's you have another 150, and you have 925. For 200 points, Ralph Edwards, Jack Bailey, Bob Barker, or Steve Dunn. What television personality was the driving force behind the 1950 renaming of the New Mexico city of Hot Springs to Truth or Consequences? Melissa?
Ralph Edwards.
That is right for 200 big points, and you out at 1450, and you select our next category.
Oh, file under T.
All right. Every correct answer in this category begins with T. Tabby, tableau, taction, or tagborn. Which of these words is a silk taffeta with stripes or... Derek, you're in first.
Tabby.
Wavy markings, and is also a light-colored domestic cat with darker stripes, sometimes of another color. Tabby is right for 50, and you're closing the gap, Derek. For 50. Hold on. We'll reset.
You said we can chime in any time.
I wasn't ready to answer the question.
I'm sorry.
We'll reset the board.
Okay.
Tempera, tempest, telluride, or telome. Which of these words is a violent... Melissa.
Tempest.
A violent storm with high winds, and is also the title of a Shakespeare play. Tempest is right for another 50, takes you to 1500. For 100. Tenderloin, tench, tennis, or temple. Derek.
Temple.
Which of these words is a building for the worship of a divinity or divinities, and is also the name of a university in Philadelphia? Temple is right for 100, and you're 150 points off the lead. Theogony. Sean.
Theology.
Which of these words means the study of religious doctrine and matters of divinity? Theology is right for 100, and now you have up to 1,025. All three players over 1,000 points. For 150. Thrawn, thread, thrall, or thrasher. Which of these words is a group of great brownish American passerine birds, and is also the official state bird of Georgia? Sean.
Thrall.
No. Derek.
Thrawn.
Correct. Melissa.
I just like the bell. Thrasher.
Thrasher is right. And that's how the now defunct Atlanta Thrashers got their name. That's correct for 150, Melissa. Now for 200. Treason, travesty, treachery, or treatise. Which is... Melissa, you're in first.
Treason.
Which of these words is the violation of the allegiance owed towards sovereign or state consisting only of levying war against the U.S. and comforting its enemies? Treason is right for 200 big points, takes you to 1850, and you have 2 categories left.
State counties.
Well, that was a good choice because that's our double down quest for this round.
Double down! Double down!
And we doubled up all the point values of the questions in this category. First one for 100. New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, or Virginia? Which of these states does not have a Mercer County? Melissa.
Virginia.
That is correct. Correct for 100. Now for another 100. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, or Texas? What U.S. states' counties are officially called parishes? Melissa.
Louisiana.
Right you are. And you're over 2,000 points.
They have a French law, so they're parishes.
For 200, Las Vegas, Reno, Elko, or Henderson? What large city in Nevada is the seat of Clark County?
I don't know where the county is.
Derek?
Henderson.
Sorry, that's no good. Sean?
Elko.
That is no good either. Melissa?
Reno?
No, Las Vegas.
Okay.
I know now.
For 200, Bronx County, Queens County, Kings County, or New York County? And what county is the borough of Brooklyn located in? Sean?
New York County.
Derek?
Queens.
Want to try it?
No, not really.
I don't blame you. It's Kings County.
Kings County.
Kings County.
All right, this is going to be a tough one for
All right.
300. Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, or New York? Which U.S. state does not have an Erie County? Melissa?
Michigan.
That is right for 300. And you make a big move up to 2350.
Yes.
This is a toughie. It's worth 400 points. Skagit County, Pierce County, Cowlitz County, or Snohomish County? In which Washington State County was longtime Price is Right host Bob Barker born in 1923? Sean?
Cowlitz County.
Correct. Melissa?
Snohomish County.
Right, you are for 400 big points, takes you to 2750. One category left, and it's classic game shows.
All right.
This should be fun. For 50, High Rollers, Battle Stars, The Wizard of Oz, or Tic-Tac-Toe? Which of these classic game shows was not hosted by Alex Trebek? Melissa.
Tic-Tac-Toe.
That is correct. Wink Martindale was best known for that one. Takes you to 2,800 points. For 50, the dating game, the newlywed game, Three's a Crowd, or the parent game? Which classic game show asked couples about the weirdest places they made whoopee? Sean, you're in first.
The Newlywed Game.
That is correct for 25, for another 50. For 100, The Gong Show, Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune, or Password? What game show saw its host Richard Dawson make a habit of kissing female contestants on the air between 1976 and 1985? Melissa, you're in first.
Family Feud.
That is correct. That was Richard Dawson's legacy.
I really miss him on that show.
Now you're up to 2,900. Supermarket Sweep, Shop Till You Drop, Debt, or Who Knows You Best? Which of these game shows premiered first? Sean.
Debt.
Melissa or Derek?
Who Knows You Best?
You had to ring in.
Oh.
Derek? Melissa?
Who Knows You Best?
Nope, that was the most recent.
Is it Shop Till You Drop?
Supermarket Sweep, 1965.
Supermarket Sweep
That was the
started
first
in
one?
1965.
That was the original version, but the best known one premiered in 1990.
I was going to say, that's the only one I knew about.
For 150, Family Feud, The Joker's Wild, Gambit, or Let's Make It Deal? Sean,
The Joker's Wild.
which of these classic game shows, is the game where knowledge is king and Lady Luck is queen? The Joker's Wild is right for 150. And here's our last one of the round for 200. Deal or No Deal, Hollywood Squares, Tic-Tac-Toe, or Win, Lose, or Draw? Which of these classic game shows is the only one to have 3 different versions of the same show on the air simultaneously? Sean.
Hollywood Squares.
No, that is incorrect. Melissa or Derek? Melissa?
Deal or no deal?
Derek?
Tic-tac-toe.
Lose or draw. And with that correct, with those bills, the second quest is over. With our scores, Melissa 2,900, Melissa 2,900, Derek 1,350, Sean 1,225, and we will be back after this to crown our champion in the rapid fire quest.
Oh, the rapid fire quest?
Welcome back to the Great Trivia Quest. After 2 quests are scores. Melissa 2,900, Derek 1,350, Sean 1,225. Sean, Derek, do not despair, baby, even though Melissa's far ahead, because the next 90 seconds can change the outcome of this game.
Okay,
And just for being a part of this Great Trivia Quest, you'll each receive a Sheetz gift card that you can use to fill up your gas tank or order up some made-to-order food.
There you go.
Feel the love at Sheetz.
Wow, that was a promotion.
I'm feeling the love.
All right, here we go. Rapid fire quest to determine the Trivia Quest champion. I've got a lot of questions in front of me, and I'm going to fire as many as I can at you for 90 seconds. I'll give you 500 points for a correct answer, and whoever has the most points at the end of the 90 seconds will be our Trivia Quest champion and will win a bigger prize. So the next 90 seconds should be fun. Are we ready? Time to put those 90 seconds up on the clock. Thank you. And the clock will start after I have finished reading the first question in its entirety. Good luck. May the best player win. In March 2007, Jeopardy host Alex Trebek was quoted as saying, "In my 23 years as host, I've never seen anything like this before. Of a 3-way tie, successful strategic wagering, a perfect game, or daily double hunting, what was Alex referring to?" Derek.
That wasn't me.
Sean.
3-way tie.
3-way tie is correct. Erie, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, or Scranton. Which Pennsylvania city is the only one with Super Bowl or Stanley Cup championship? Sean.
Pittsburgh.
Correct for 500. Next one. 3, 2, 1, or 0 in the equation. 30 minus x plus 9 equals 39. What does x equal?
0.
Derek.
0.
Derek, you are correct for 500. Mandy, Jeffy, Brandon, or Jessica. Which of these is not one of Pittsburgh Dad's kids? Sean.
Mandy.
No. Derek.
Jessica.
No.
I don't remember their names.
Jesse.
Go ahead.
Daryl Clark, Christian Hackenberg, Matt McGloin, or Anthony Morelli. Whose career touchdown pass record at Penn State did Trace McSorley surpass in 2017? Sean.
McGloin.
No. Derek.
Christian Hackenberg.
Correct. Crime in 15, 20, 30, or 45. How many seconds do contestants have to write their final Jeopardy responses? Derek.
30.
Correct. Crime and punishment, trial by jury, criminal intent, or special victims unit. What law and order incarnation use real criminals in cases? Melissa.
Criminal intent.
No. Sean.
Trial by jury.
No. Derek.
Special victims unit.
Crime and punishment. 3, 4, 5, or 6. How many face cards per suit are there in a standard deck of playing cards? Derek.
4.
No. Sean.
6.
No. 3. Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. What country's capital is Jazak?
Uzbekistan.
Correct, Sean. Come on. Donny Osmond, Mike Richards, Michael Strahan, or John Davidson. Who hosts the $100,000 pyramid on ABC? Sean.
Mike Strahan.
Correct. Time is up. Melissa, you're the Trivia Quest champion.
You guys were terrifying me there at the end. He was asking all these questions I didn't know. There's no way.
But Melissa, Sean, and Derek were turning on the afterburners, but came up short against Melissa. Congratulations, Melissa. You are the Trivia Quest champion. We will take a break and we'll be back after this to talk about champions.
Travel consideration for some contestants provided by Travel Savers, with more than 3,000 travel professionals committed to fulfilling your travel dream and are with you every step of the way. Visit us online at travelsavers.com or call us at 516-624-0500.
Welcome back to the Great Trivia Quest, and I am here with our Trivia Quest champion, Melissa Eaton. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mwah. So, how long have you been preparing for this?
Oh, an hour? No, my entire life has been gathering information and being prepared to spit it back out. So,
Well, and having been a psychology professor in the past, that sure helped.
on some questions, not on some others. The sports questions, not so much.
Well, as a result, you have won our Trivia Quest champion, and you not only get that Cheeks gift card, but you also get the American Express gift card, valid at everywhere American Express
gosh.
is accepted.
You guys, I'm not
Don't
gonna tell
leave
you,
home
you're very
without
upset.
it.
Thank you.
And Melissa,
Yay.
we hope that when we gather for our next Great Trivia Quest, we'll hope to get you back here and defend your championship.
I would love to come back and defend my championship.
Congratulations,
Quit
Melissa.
spending so much money.
Yeah.
Yay.
And with that, we conclude this great trivia quest. Until we meet again, I'm Michael T. Mondak, reminding you to help in the fight against childhood cancers by contributing to the Four Diamonds Fund. And in the meantime, we hope that you will once again be our guest at our next Great Trivia Quest. So long, everybody.
Tonight's second and third place contestants will receive an assortment of wing sauces from Quaker Steak and Lube. Ain't no secret, it's the sauce. Furnished by Quaker Steak and Lube, beautiful downtown Sharon.